Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. New tonight, the city of Spokane hosted a community meeting today to talk about the city's public safety plan. Our Nicole Hernandez went to that meeting. She joins us live in the studio to break down what was discussed. Nicole?
Yeah, Mark, so this was the second of 4 meetings the city is hosting. They're mainly focused on the Spokane Police Department and on public safety.
Good evening, everybody.
What started as a pretty typical presentation quickly turned to collaborative chatter.
Yeah.
About 24 people, including Sarah Rose.
Yeah, prevention, absolutely.
Talking about how Spokane police can do better.
Obeying traffic laws when they are not actively in pursuit.
The group agreed, plus said better response times and understanding the human fight or flight response and de-escalation techniques.
You're speaking to the fight or flight. It's because we don't interact with them on our feet, just walking around. So I would like to see more officers just out mingling.
The next big question, what does Spokane want from the new police chief?
I think someone who has at least done some community service or volunteering with nonprofits.
Some other suggestions, budget management experience, someone who has climbed the ranks, and someone apolitical.
Going along with apolitical, we want someone who's focusing on the numbers and focusing on things that actually work and not just things that sound politically good.
Beyond the police department, there were other general public safety concerns the group had too.
I would like to see data-driven infrastructure and policy changes to help make our streets and roads safer for all road users.
Also homelessness, behavioral health, and our growing population. Just some of the many ideas coming from tonight's collaboration. There are 2 more meetings happening. One is on April 16th at the Liberty Park Library. Then the last is a virtual meeting on April 30th at 5:30. And if you can't make either of those, there is a survey on the Spokane City website you can take as well. In studio, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much. Now, this comes just hours after the Spokane police say they arrested more suspects in a brazen downtown robbery involving bear spray. You may remember this happened last month. According to Spokane police, a couple was robbed after getting bear sprayed in downtown Spokane. SPD arrested multiple teens and adults that day. They say with the help of these images and videos on your screen, they were able to arrest 3 other teenagers as well. New tonight, one dog was rescued from a house fire in Stevens County today. According to Stevens County Fire District 1, a Facebook post from them, a fire fully engulfed the house and garage. No one was home at the time, but firefighters were able to rescue the dog you see right there. Crews believe the fire was an accident and say no one was hurt. According to Stevens County Fire District 1, the dog, quote, appears that it will recover from smoke inhalation. The 2024 Idaho legislative session is in the books. Hundreds of new bills became law, including a controversial library bill. The bill gives parents the option to file a complaint with a library about a book in the kids section they find inappropriate. The library then has 60 days to move it to a section designated for adults only. If they don't, parents can sue the library for $250 and other damages. New tonight, Spokane Parks and Rec held a public feedback meeting on future plans for the High Bridge Dog Park. This is the first of 2 open house sessions to review what renovations will look like for 2 of our local dog parks. Right now, Parks and Rec is finalizing a design for what they call major enhancements and improvements. KREM 2 was at tonight's meeting and caught up with dog owners about those new plans.
So that's bringing those comments to life here as well. So the commonality between the groups is very present. You can see it.
Another meeting will take place next week for more feedback opportunities involving the small South Hill Dog Park displaced because of school construction. That meeting is scheduled for Thursday, April 25th at Peppersack Middle School. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. In a KREM 2 exclusive, the family of a missing Spokane man is pleading for help tonight. 62-year-old Robert Abbott has been missing since April 5th. Abbott's wife says that she came home and found blood on the floor. Abbott's missing BMW was eventually found at a trailer park in Meade. Now Star Abbott is asking for the public's help in finding her husband.
I need answers. I need my husband. I need my friend. I need his family to come forward. I need someone. I mean, we need more people to help us find Robert.
Anyone with information about Robert Abbott's disappearance is encouraged to call Crime Check at that number right there at the bottom of your screen. And tonight we are learning more about racist property restrictions that still exist on paper in Spokane and the Inland Northwest. Right now, there are local efforts to get rid of them.
We're improving Spokane one property at a time. We're taking the opportunity to help the buyer declare these void and and just take that stand to fix a past wrong. I think it's huge.
Restrictive covenants were used historically to keep minority groups out of specific neighborhoods. A 1948 U.S. Supreme Court ruling made them illegal, but you may have them unknowingly in your property title. Tonight, a Spokane company is offering to help property buyers get rid of them for free. To find out if your home is associated with restrictive covenants, just head to our website. Again, that's KREM.com. Tonight, we are tracking construction around the region. The Washington State Department of Transportation will begin closing East Euclid Avenue between North Market and North Ralph Street starting Monday, April 15th. Work is anticipated to last through May. There is a designated detour route on North Market Street to East Wellesley Avenue and North Freya Street. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, let's switch gears and take a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, overall today, pretty nice, and things appear like they might just be getting nicer from here.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way, but we do kind of head into a slightly active weather pattern the next couple of days. Monster storm sitting off the coast. First wave of energy making its way toward us. When it comes to that wave of energy, look what it's already doing. We've already got some of those showers kind of enveloping areas down to the south. That's a little more prolific than we initially thought it would be, and that sign points to more activity tomorrow. When it comes to tomorrow looks like we get a more widespread round of storms that moves through in the afternoon and evening. Now those storms are likely going to bump a little bit farther north because of some of the increased moisture in the atmosphere, but I still think we get strong storms down across the Palouse and say along Highway 12 area. It is going to be a very active weather few days ahead. By Sunday, we're talking hot, dry, and breezy, but getting there, no slouch. Storms scattered tomorrow, mostly sunny on Saturday, and sunny, warm, and breezy come Sunday.
Looking forward to 74 degrees. Jeremy, thank you very much. O.J. Simpson, former football player, actor, and suspect acquitted of murder charges, died today. He was 76 years old, and his family says he lost a battle with cancer. O.J. captured attention for decades, first as a Heisman Trophy-winning running back at USC, a high-performing NFL player, then actor, but perhaps most known for being tried for the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman. With cameras in the courtroom, his televised trial became known as the trial of the century. A jury found him not guilty, but in a civil lawsuit from the victims' families, Simpson was found liable and ordered to pay millions in damages. For more on O.J.'s controversial history, you can turn to KREM 2 Plus. KREM 2 Plus is free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. In other news, White House plans to close the so-called gun show loophole is sparking Republican backlash on Capitol Hill. The new rules will require background check screenings before anyone can buy guns online or in person at gun shows. The new action stems from the bipartisan Safer Communities Act that Congress passed after 2022's deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Nearly 80,000 licensed gun dealers are already required to run background checks, but this change means an estimated 23,000 currently unlicensed sellers will now have to do the same.
We were bipartisan. They're bipartisan hacks, and it will be used as an example of why they don't trust an administration to do it in the future. It'll take 20 years to recover from this crap.
It means lives saved. That's the bottom line.
New regulations are expected to take effect in about a month from now. Officials are asking school cafeterias to stop serving children Lunchables because of high levels of lead. The watchdog group Consumer Reports tested a dozen versions of the lunch kits, which are prepackaged meat, cheese, and crackers or pizza. They found high levels of lead and cadmium, which even in small doses can cause developmental issues. Kraft Heinz, which owns Lunchables, defended them, saying many of its products are a good source of protein and that a food's nutritional value should be based on a whole product rather than a single element.